Time, the present. Place, Smalltown, USA. A town like any other. A sleepy world of white picket fences, front porch gliders, and freshly mown lawns. A Pontiac or Chevrolet in every driveway. But the streets are empty, with not a sound to be heard, and no one to hear it if there was. Because this town is merely an empty stage, waiting for its players to take their parts. They're due to make their entrance any moment now. Strangers in a strange land. Somewhere in that timeless space known only as the Nightmare Realm. Doctor Who, The Nightmare Realm, by Jonathan Morris. Read by Dan Starkey.
Oh, look, we're in Desperate Housewives, exclaimed Nardole, stepping out of the TARDIS.
What?
Said the Doctor. He was in the middle of one of his grumpier incarnations, and as though to emphasise the point, he was very tall, very thin, and very Scottish, with a shock of silver-grey hair and a frown like an indignant hawk.
You know, Desperate Housewives,
said Nardole.
the television programme.
You think we've landed in a television program?
The Doctor took in his surroundings with an accusatory glare.
That seems unlikely.
No, I mean the houses, the cars. We're in America.
The Doctor nodded.
Yes, 1950s. Suburbia.
He locked the TARDIS door and walked over to the nearest mailbox. Without even checking if anyone was looking, he flipped it open and took out a rolled-up newspaper, which he promptly unrolled.
There, Smalltown, California.
He read the front page before dropping it back in the mailbox.
Today's headline news, nothing ever happens here.
Nardole suddenly gasped.
Shh! Doctor, did you hear that?
The Doctor whirled on the spot.
Hear what?
Exactly.
Said Nardole mysteriously.
Because there is nothing to hear, except the silence.
The Doctor stared at him in disbelief.
Did you have to do that?
Just thought it was worth mentioning.
Said Nardole with a shrug.
So, where is everybody?
At work? At school? At church?
The Doctor chose a street and set off.
We'll try in town. They should be walking distance. Keep up.
Nardole huffed and puffed after the Doctor. The town centre was deserted. There were no attendants in the petrol station, and no customers in the barber shop or the five and dime store. There was no breeze to disturb the trees, and no shade from the burning sun. Nardole wiped his brow. The Doctor's idea of walking distance had turned out to be more than 2 miles, and he had worked up a sweat.
Bit on the warm side, isn't it?
You can always take off your duffel coat if you're too hot,
said the Doctor. Nardole was appalled.
Take off my duffel coat? I'd feel naked without it.
Just a figure of speech, I hope.
The Doctor peered up into the sky, then put his hands together to cast a shadow puppet of a rabbit on the pavement.
Interesting. The sun is directly overhead.
So?
So, it's about midday. And you know what that means?
Ooh, lunch.
Lunch.
The Doctor indicated a diner on the street corner.
Come on. If we're quick, we'll beat the rush.
Nardole followed him across the empty street and into the diner. It was a typical American diner, with a checkered floor, stainless steel Art Deco tables, and faux leather booths. It was also completely deserted.